Statement: insolvency of a partner requires revaluation of partnership assets and liabilities. Assumption: insolvency affect the financial position of a partnership firm. The insolvent partner's capital account will always have a credit balance. Which of the assumptions are implicit in the statement? Only assumption 1 is implicit. Match the accounting concept with their explanations. Going concern concept: business will continue for the foreseeable futures. Money measurement concept: only transactions measurable in money are recorded. Entity concept: business and owners are separate entities. Accrual concept: revenue and expenses are recorded when they are incurred, not when cash is paid or received. Statement: depreciation is charged on fixed assets every year. Assumption: fixed asset lose value with time. Depreciation ensures fair reporting of assets value. Choose the correct assumption to the statement. Both assumptions are correct. Statement: accrual basis is better than cash basis for large businesses. Assumptions: accrual basis records income and expenses when they occur. Large businesses do not have cash transactions. Choose the matching assumptions, only one matches. In computerized accounting, the database where all accounting data is stored is called data file. Which schedule of the Companies Act specify the format for preparing company balance sheet? Schedule 3. Commission paid to consignee for sale above a certain price is called overriding commission. On dissolution, the loan from a partner is paid after outsiders' liabilities. The accounting standard related to cash flow statement is Accounting Standard 3. The principle that revenue is recognized when it is earned, regardless of when cash is received, is called revenue recognition principle. Consider the following statement about cost of capital account. External equity. Internal equity is raised through retained earnings, and external equity refers to the issue of new shares. Consider the following statement regarding capital market conditions and capital structure. In boom periods, companies may raise equity easily due to high share prices and lower flotation cost. During depreciation or uncertain periods, companies may prefer debt over equity. According to Gordon's model, which of the following statements are true? Dividend per share is expected to grow when earnings are retained. The value of the firm is affected by dividend policy when the internal rate of returns differs from the cost of capital. Consider the following statement regarding capital asset pricing model assumptions. Security returns are normally distributed. Investors' utility functions are assumed to be quadratic. The quantity of risky securities in the market is fixed. Option D, all the assumptions are true. Consider the following statement. Which of the following statements are correct? Interest on debt is a tax deductive expenses, making debt financing more attractive under corporate taxation. Leveraged firm can offer higher combined income to shareholders and debt holders compared to unlevered firms under the same operating income. Consider the following statement regarding the share split. Which of the following are true? 1 and 3 are true. In a share split, the face value of each share is reduced while the number of shares increase. A share split does not affect the total paid up capital of a firm. Consider the following statement regarding working capital requirements. Which of the following are correct? All three are correct. In highly competitive market, firms need to maintain higher working capital due to larger inventories and receivables. Prompt and adequate supply allows firms to maintain low inventory levels. If raw materials are available only seasonally, firms may need to carry large inventories year around. Which of the following are valid methods of improving liquidity? Increasing the stock turnover to release tied up funds. postponing capital expenditure that are not urgent. Consider the following statement about financial conditions and dividend policy. Choose the correct one. 2 and 3 are correct. A company with high financial leverage prefers to retain more earnings. Bonus shares can be issued to psychologically satisfy shareholders without actual cash outflow. Consider the following statement about gross working capital and net working capital. Choose the correct one. 1 and 2 are correct. Gross working capital refers to the total investment in current assets. Net working capital is the difference between current assets and current liability. Cost center is a responsibility center for which costs are ascertained and accumulated for the purpose of control. Consider the following statement on overheads in costing. Identify the wrong one. Option A is wrong. Overheads includes direct indirect expenses. Overheads can be further divided into production, administration, selling and distribution. Overheads are distributed among various cost centers in an organization. These three are right. Calculate economic order quantity from the following. Amounts are in rupees. Consumption per month 5000 unit, price per unit 20, carry cost per year 10%, cost of placing and receiving an order is 150. Answer option B 3000. Consider the following statement on timekeeping and time booking. Identify the wrong one. Option D is wrong. Now we can see what are the right statements. Timekeeping is a system of recording the arrival and departure time of the workers. Time booking is the system of recording the time spent by the worker on each job. Timekeeping is for administrative purpose while time booking is for costing purpose. Consider the following statement on supplementary rate method of treating under or over absorption of overheads. Identify the wrong statement. Option B is the wrong statement. This method is used when the amount of under or over absorbed overheads are large. In this case of under absorption, supplementary rates are positive and for over absorption it is negative. Supplementary rates are calculated by dividing the amount of under or over absorption by the actual base. Calculate the profit volume ratio from the following. Net sales year 1 2 lakh 15,000, year 2 2 lakh 45,000. Total cost year 1 1 lakh 80,000, year 2 1 lakh 98,000. Answer option C 40%. Following statement are on standard costing. Identify the wrong statement. Option D is wrong. It is a cost control system or technique that standards are established on the basis of scientific calculations. It can be applied only after identifying cost centers with defined areas of responsibility. Consider the following situations. Identify in which situation time rate system of wage payment is not considered as bust. The job requires skills that are repeatedly applied with the help of tools. Consider the following statements of cost control and cost reduction. Identify the wrong one. Option D is wrong. Cost control refers to executive actions of controlling cost to a previously fixed amount. Cost reduction aim in reducing wastage and expenses and also increased production. Cost control is preventive function while cost reduction is a corrective function. Consider the following statements on marginal costing. Identify the wrong one. Option B is wrong. It is a method of costing like job costing and process costing is wrong. Who introduced differential piece rate wage system? Frederick Winslow Taylor. A short-term plan at lower levels of management based on past performance of the organization and is less uncertain. Tactical plan. Which principle of management is concerned with the right place for everything and every man? Order. What are the big five personality traits as per five-factor model theory? Neuroticism, extraversion, openness, Agreeableness. Who is the developer of Total Quality Management? W. Edward Deming. What is the paternalistic leadership style? Fatherly benevolence. Who is the father of administrative management theory? Henry Fayol. Job enrichment is the combining of several activities from a vertical cross section of the organization into one job to provide the worker with more autonomy and responsibility, represent an increase in job depth. The informal transmission of information, gossip, or rumor from one person to one is called grapevine communication. The leader who holding positive expectations for followers and believing that they can do their best. As a result, they inspire, empower, stimulate followers to exceed the normal performance level. Identify the above leadership style. Transformational leader. Which of the following statements are false with regard to the concept of demand? None of the statements are false. Demand for a commodity arises when there is a desire for such commodity backed by willingness to pay for it and ability to pay for it. Derived demand means demand of inputs that arise from the demand of some final product or some related goods. From the consumer's point of view, market demand means the aggregate of all individual demands. Which of the following is false with regard to the law of demand? Statement 1 along is false. Demand curve is the graphical representation of demand schedule. Law of diminishing marginal utility is a strong reason for the downward sloping nature of demand curve. Find the true statement from the following. Statement 1 and 2 are true. The concept of elasticity of demand was introduced by Alfred Marshall. Perfectly inelastic demand means that the elasticity is equal to 0. Which of the following statements are wrong with regard to the elasticity of demand? Statement 2 is wrong. Price elasticity of demand is calculated by dividing the proportionate change in the quantity demanded with the proportionate change in price. Advertisement elasticity of demand measures the degree of change in the quantity demanded for a given change in the advertisement cost. Identify the correct statement from the following. Statement 3 along is correct. When the demand of the commodity is related with the price of other commodity, it is called a cross demand. Identify the false statement with regard to the demand forecasting. Statement 1 and 3 are false. Consumer clinics method of demand forecasting involves giving some amount of money to selected group of consumers and observing their consumption behavior. Find out the true statements from the following related to the production function. Statement 1 and 2 are true. Production function indicate the functional relationship between input and output. Cobb-Douglas production function indicates the constant return to scale, but they are called as linear function. Find out the false statement from the following. Statement 3 along is false. Statement 2 along is false. Law of diminishing returns analysis production in the short run and law of returns to scale analysis production in the long run. Isocost line indicate different combination of labor and capital for a given amount of money. Identify the true statement with regard to pricing policies. Barometric pricing involves price leadership where one firm fixes the price and the other firm simply follows it. The minimum number of members and directors of a public company, 7 directors, 7 members and 3 directors. A person cannot be appointed as alternative director for independent director. XYZ Limited is a listed company. The total number of directors in the company is 12. Out of these 12 directors, how much directors should be the independent directors? 4. A meeting of the board may be called at a shorter notice to transact urgent business subject to the condition that at least one independent director, if any, shall be present at the meeting. Where the winding up order has been made, all the property and effects of the company shall be deemed to be the custody of the tribunal from the date of the order for the winding up of the company. State which among the following grounds is incorrect for removal of the provisional liquidator of a company or company liquidator as liquidator of the company. Independent working have no. Every director shall, at the first meeting of the board in which he participate as a director, disclose his concern or interest in any company. Which of the following statement is correct? A public company may contribute any amount to any political party. In case of a company where minimum 90% members are relatives of promoters or are related parties, they are not precluded from voting on a resolution for approving any related party transactions. How many companies are a part of census? 30. Which of the following stock exchange has its index named as census? Bombay Stock Exchange. The term bulls and bears are associated with speculators. Mutual funds is a type of investment vehicle consisting of a portfolio of stock, bonds, or other securities. Which of the following is not a regulatory institute in Indian financial system? CIBIL. Which of the following is not an organized sector in India? Chits and money lenders. Which of the following is related with the money market? Treasury bills. Which of the following are called gilt edged securities? Government securities. A stockbroker is authorized to buy, sell, or deal in securities. Shares and securities which can be held in electronic format institute the de- demat for account. Which of the following statements are true? Both 1 and 2 are true. The Income Tax Act 1961 extends to the all India including Jammu and Kashmir. The Finance Act is passed every year to give effect to income tax provisions. Consider the following statements about gross total income. Only statement 1 is correct. Gross total income is the sum of income under the 5 heads before deductions. Match the following. Section 80C Life Insurance Premium. Section 80D Medical Insurance Premium. Section 80TTA Interest on Savings Account. Section 80G Donation. Consider the following statement and choose the correct one. Statement 1 and 2 are correct. The income of the member of HUF from the family property is exempt. Scholarship granted to meet the education cost is exempt. Section 10, subsection 10D provide exemptions for maturity proceeds of life insurance policy. Mrs. A received 1,80,000 as HRA, rent paid 88,000 per month, basic salary 25,000 per month. She lives in Delhi. What is the exempt HRA? 66,000. Which of the following statement are correct? 2 and 3 are correct. Self-occupied property has nil annual value. Municipal taxes are deductible only if paid by the owner. The current year 2025 month August threshold limit for mandatory GST registration for service providers in the state of Kerala is 20 lakh. GSTN stand for Goods and Service Tax Network. Meera select a shop because she knows that it offers a wide selection or the latest model or good after sales service. When then she is influenced by rational patronage motive. Toyota's Hyrider hybrid SUV has been on the market for several years. The vehicle's benefits such as fuel efficiency and eco-friendliness are now widely known, and it has become a common choice among car buyers. Mr. Sharma, who had long resisted hybrid cars due to skepticism about new technology, finally decided to purchase the High Rider after seeing most of his friends and neighbors using it. Mr. Sharma's adoption behavior best represent which type of consumer? Laggard. A company notices that sales of one of its long-standing products have been steadily falling despite multiple promotional efforts. Competitors have introduced newer technologies and consumers have shifted to alternative solutions. In response, the company decided to reduce its marketing spend, limit distribution to only the most profitable regions, and gradually phase out the product. Which of the following strategies is the company's most likely using during the decline stage of the product life cycle? Harvesting strategy. Hindustan Unilever Limited offers a wide range of products under various categories. For example, it has multiple product lines such as personal cares, home cares, and food and beverages. Within the personal care line, HUL offers several brands, and within the Dove brand, it offers shampoos, conditioners, body washes, soaps, and lotions. Based on this information, which of the following statement best describe the product mix characterized of HUL? The total number of product across all country reflect the length of the HUL's product mix. A retail company uses customer data to personalize email offers based on past purchase, sends birthday discounts, and provide customer services via chat support. These actions are most closely associated with which type of CRM strategy? Operational CRM. A sales representative from a real estate company schedules a one-on-one meeting with a prospective buyer to explain features and close the deal. This is an example of personal selling. A snack brand offers a buy one get one free deal at supermarkets for a limited period to increase short term sales. It's an example of sales promotion. After a product recall, a car manufacturer holds a press conference and issue a public apology to maintain customer trust. This is an example of public relation. A skincare company launches a telephone campaign showcasing the benefits of its new anti-aging cream. The ad reaches millions of viewers in the short time. In short time, what is the primary advantages of this form of advertising? Wide audience reaches. A shampoo brand launches a large scale advertising campaign on social media and TV to create strong customer demand, encouraging them to request the product in stores. This is an example of pull strategy. Which of the following audit procedure is used to confirm the existence of asset? Physical examination. Internal check is the method of organizing the accounting system of a business concern by which the duties of various clerks are arranged in such a way that the duties of one person is checked by another. Why it is important to maintain an audit notebook? To provide evidence of the auditor's independence, to support the auditor's opinion on the financial statements, to comply with auditing standards and regulations. What are the audit files? Documents that provide evidences of the audit work performed by the auditor. Which of the following is correct? Both 1 and 2 are correct. Audit planning is the specific guidelines and directions for efficient and effective completion of audit work on timely and daily basis so as to minimize audit risk. Audit planning helps in identifying potential problems. An audit program should be prepared before the audit program, flexible and modified as per requisites. Statement 1, the scope of the valuation is wider than verification. Statement 2, valuation is done after vouching but before verification. Statement 2 is true but 1 is false. Which of the following is not an objective of internal control? Increasing profitability. The objectives of internal control is safeguarding assets, ensuring compliance with laws and regulations, providing assurance on the accuracy of financial statements. While vouching cash purchase transaction, the auditor have to verify, test the entries in the cash book with reference to cash memo. See that amount after trade discount has been shown in the books. Approval of purchase order, goods received, note and invoice.